Alright, so today we're going to be talking about some budget-ish items I've bought on Amazon in the past 6 months. So when I say budget, I'm talking like under $30. Everything actually is under $23 except for one item that goes over. Let's start off with this. This is a little pill case by a brand called Tisser. I believe that's just how I'm reading it. You can find it on Amazon for about 20 bucks. It is made out of titanium, so the container itself is made out of titanium. This ring right here, stainless steel, and then this clip right here is titanium. You get quite a bit of titanium goods right here for about 20 bucks. You can pick these up for about 8 bucks on about the cheapest you can get these for. So really you're paying about 11 bucks for this. So I think it's kind of a win-win if you want to get a clip like this and you want this. But I use this to carry my medicine, because if I don't take it, 1 p.m. comes around, I'm sweating and dying and my face is red, okay? You can see it has a little shape of like a gas can. So it unscrews like this, opens up, you can see plenty of space in there. Little, I guess, O-ring of sorts. Comparison-wise, is against the basic lighter. One of these is a lightning. Nowadays, you can see how big it is towards a USB-C. And that's really all I need. Just allergy medicine and my prescribed medicine. And for 19 bucks, this works for me. Now, you may not want to pay 19 bucks. There are definitely options cheaper on Amazon. But come on now, that's just so cool. Look at this, it's a little gas tank. Stick with the titanium. So this is a little titanium pry bar, a little mini thing. This thing costs about 10 bucks on Amazon, and the brand is there. That's the brand. If I can post links, I'll post them. I don't know if YouTube will let me post them yet because this channel is still super small. This cost about 10 bucks, and it is super tiny. Do not be fooled. It is super tiny. Made out of titanium, has a little bottle opener and the pry and the nail puller. I use this a few times to pull nails. It's kind of difficult to get the bigger nails out with such a small thing, but little nails like in drywall handles it no problem. But like if you're in deep in a 2x4 and that nail is like this long and it's one of those thick, yeah, no, you're not getting it out with this. I'm sorry, you got to get a hammer for that. You're taking apart your knife and that bitch is just stuck on there with all the gunk and grime. Pry that bitch open. I personally think it was worth it. Now, you may need to go for a bigger pry bar if you use a pry bar often. I would go for a bigger one. Go ahead and spend that 25 bucks to get you a nice titanium pry bar. Next thing we have is this right here. This is a little 3-foot, damn, 3-foot measuring tape that does lock. So that's the main reason I chose this one over the other ones. I would love to have a titanium one that's this big, just because my whole everyday carry revolves around titanium, because I'm obsessed. This right here is 4 bucks. 3 feet and it locks. So I'm happy with this. It's made of plastic. It comes with a keychain. I just snip that bad boy right off. And when this breaks, inevitably it'll break. It's cheap plastic. I'm going to drop it one day on the concrete and this bitch is going to splatter open. But for 4 bucks, it has served me well. I mentioned before, I work in real estate, so sometimes I got to measure something. And you know, my laser tool doesn't always work for, say, if I want to measure this desk. Bam! A product is this thing. This is don't buy this thing. This thing's a piece of shit. Buy an Anchor one. I'm sure they're much better than this. Next up on my keys, we are talking about this little thing right here. This little titanium quick release magnetic. This is from a brand called Figure, I don't know. Something titanium release. I'll throw up a picture of it on the screen. And it is magnetic, but it also has these 2 buttons right there. And you got to press those and it comes apart. And you can see it has 2 little latches in there that will hook onto a little rim in there. And so it just makes it just a little bit more secure. Now, something I will say that this did get annoying at the beginning is when I had the stainless steel ring here and here, is this thing, the magnet is so powerful, it would just sit like this. Okay, even when I was walking, these would just be straight up like this, not like that. Now, I have since replaced this, as this is now titanium, and this ring right here is titanium, so it's not magnetic at all. but I mean, you can see, I'll talk about here in a second. Scoop this bitch right up. I've had this for probably close to 6 months now, and it's never failed. It's never come undone on accident. It has not broken or shown any signs of degrading, so a great product for sure. 2-in-1, we're going to talk about pouches. Now, I have a whole video on this one. This is my more recent pouch, and it is from a brand called Viper Aid. Now, they have a multitude of pouches, I'm learning, and they all look really nice. I want to buy more of them. I'm a little broke at the moment, but I'm very happy with this pouch. You can fit quite a bit of gear in this. We're going to be talking about this flashlight here in a second. You know, you can stuff this thing pretty full. You can, if you go check out my video on this, you'll see I have this thing jam-packed with a bunch of bull crap. Let's see, can we fit this? Fit that in place of like a notebook, and bam, there, bag right then and there. This gets bulky, okay, and one of the problems I have with this is if you use that, this becomes suddenly a lot slimmer. Now, that doesn't mean you still can't fit stuff back there. You can totally fit little things back there and it zips up no problem. But like if I was wanting to, say, put this flashlight back here, now we're getting tight on that, and now it's just getting super bulky. And at this point, honestly, I'm just trying to do too much with the thing. Now, on to a smaller one, we got a brand called Hide and Drink. I do like this brand, but I have kind of gone away from them just because I don't really like their leather that they use. I prefer this type of leather right here to this, but I do still really like their canvas. I've had this for probably over a year now, and it's still going good. So here, I'll show you just about what you can fit in it. Now, when I do carry this, I carry it with this right here, and I stuff this in here. So that's what about I fit in here. Pry bar. And it zips up, and it's this nice little compact little thing that this genuinely can go in your pocket. Like if you're wearing jeans. I sometimes wear trousers, and I would not put this in trousers or shorts because it is kind of heavy. But when I'm wearing jeans, this thing is in my front pocket all day long. Main issue with this is, for the size, it is a little pricey, but it is high quality. It has lasted me a year, and I'm not exactly nice on my stuff. So you can get this on Amazon for about 20 bucks right now. I just checked it because it's been over a year since I last bought this. I didn't even know if they still had it in stock, but they do have it still. Next up, we got this. This is a very budget friendly. This is about $7, $6.99 on Amazon right now. And it is a bit thick up here, but it is a retractable key organizer, and it is pretty long, as you can see. I had this for probably about 5 months before I switched over to the Travax. And I live in apartments, and we have a little key fob that we got to scan to get into everything. So it just made it easy to pull this and scan, pull this and get my keys, pull this and do everything. Things of that nature. And here I will show you what that looks like. Here are my keys. And basically, you take this, open that up, get your ring, slide that right in there, and then you got your keys. You got your keys on this little thing, and you can extend all that good stuff. And it's a clip, so that was another reason I really like this, is I like the clip. It's not a belt loop, so I can put this on my shorts, I could put it on my sweatpants, I could put it on my jeans, I could put it on my trousers. Anything that you want to put this, anything you're wearing, this will clip onto it and it'll move. So I appreciated that. The best one here, in my opinion, is this flashlight right here from, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that brand, but that's the brand right there. And this full price will run you about $22. It does not include this. This is after I added that. But this right here, on the battery it comes with, it's a little USB-C charging battery. I'll show you here in a second. It'll output about 1200 lumens, and you can usually find this on sale for about 16 bucks. And it is not big by any stretch of the imagination. You can see it next to my little tiny O-light. Amazing. The only other flashlight I would say that might beat this out in terms of EDC is a Rovi, but I've never got my hands on one of those. I just don't have the money right now, but I will get that eventually, and we'll take a look at one of those. But honestly, I don't know if it could beat this, because this is 1200 lumens for 15 bucks, and it it works. It has a dual way clip, so you put this on your hat just like this, and when you look around, it's going to be flashing where you're going. This is a battery it comes with. And something else I do like about this is if you are out and about and that rechargeable battery runs out of juice, you can just throw in a double A in here and it will work. It won't do the full 1200 lumens, but it'll still be bright enough. Mind you, this is with the lighting around already, so pretty bright. Damn, I just flashed myself. Fuck, I can't see shit now. So we have a few modes. We have this low mode, this medium mode, and the high mode. We have a strobe. That's what it looks like when you're getting fucked by this thing. Great flashlight. 15 bucks. Most expensive one is the Work Sharp Field Sharpener. And yeah, it just has to be the best sharpener I've personally ever used. I've had whetstones. I've had little X things. I've had the small little keychain ones. I've had ones that are super fancy and move in and out like that. I've had ones with the little bullshit. It don't work. Not like this. This is efficient. It works. It's cheap. This will run you about 35 bucks on Amazon, and it sharpens everything. You can use axes, sharpen hooks, all that good stuff. So let me show you how this works with this. Anyway, so you start on this side, not this side. You can see this bitch is finer. This is a little bit thing. So you have this guide right here. You can see that. It's a 20-degree guide. Just run that down just like that. I usually do this about 15 times on that side, and then I'll come back around and 15 times on this side. And you can see I'm not fully getting the edge, so I'll just move it just like that. And then you come across here 10 more times, 10 more times. Come up here 10 more times, 10 more times. And it is just refining that edge the further and further you go through these steps. And then lastly, you turn this thing over right here, pull it up just like that. So it's on that same 20-degree edge, and you're just going to have to hold that, run that thing over as many times as you want. Now, depending on how nice you want your edge, if you want that bit shiny, then you might have to go for a more expensive sharpener or just work on it for a hot minute with this thing. But me personally, I just need my knife to stab, cut, and pry shit open with. That's really all I need it to do. So, excuse the fuck out of you! This is why we don't fuck with SOG on this channel. I say is my favorite little multi-tools, the SOG power point. I'm tweaking. So over here you have this piece that rotates. I'm assuming this is to sharpen like hooks and other items, things of that nature. And then right here we have the serration sharpener, which you just take your serrations, line them up in there, and just a lanyard hole right there. So if you want to throw a lanyard on this thing and just throw it in your bag, you totally can. It's pretty much what this is for. I use this as just my full-time sharpener because that's really what I like to do. So, in total, actually, fuck that. Don't buy that. So these are all the products we talked about today. Like I said, I probably won't be able to link it, but I will try my best to post pictures of the listing of all these on Amazon. That's pretty much it. So, man, y'all have a good one.